Today on Naturally Vegetarian, we're making homemade spicy tortilla shells, and we are going to use some atta flour from the Indian store, which is here. We're going to put in about, let's do about 2 cups of flour. There's a half, 1 and a half. That's 2 cups of flour. And with this flour, we're going to add, let's add a teaspoon of salt. And then to make it spicy, let's add in some red chili powder. We're going to put in a whole teaspoon of chili powder. It's going to make it nice and spicy. Then we're going to put in a teaspoon of curry powder. And let's just put in a little bit of garlic. I'd say about 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then we will put in about a tablespoon, we'll say over a tablespoon of plain yogurt. We'll give it a nice stir to incorporate all of the yogurt into it. You don't want too much big lumps because then it's going to be hard to roll out with big lumps in your tortillas. So give it a nice stir. And there's so many things you can make with tortillas. You can, we make a lot of Indian food in this house. And we use a lot of potatoes, a lot of cabbage, cauliflower, lots of things you can make with tortillas. Then we're going to add some cilantro to give it a little bit of a kick. We'll just put that right in there. Give it another stir. And so far, it's looking like it's going to be pretty good. Here it is so far. Okay, and then once you get everything stirred up really good, we're going to take some warm water and just start pouring it in here until it forms a ball. It should take, I would say, about a cup of water. I usually don't measure because I just get messy. I get my hands in there and just get messy. It's the easiest way to get this done. But yeah, when we're finished, I'm thinking I'm going to make a hummus and veggie tortilla wrap. Because the tortilla itself is going to be, pretty tasty. And I don't know about you, but I really like making tortilla wraps with any kind of vegetables in it. You can even take mushrooms and some onions and maybe peppers. If you saute them and put that inside a wrap, it's really good. Or if you're not vegan, which I'm not vegan, but if you're not vegan like I am, then maybe you can put some cheese in it, put it on a panini maker, turn it into a tortilla panini, which would be pretty tasty. And we're getting it pretty stirred up here. Let's give it a few more good stirs. See what we got. Okay, here we go. Getting our dough going. It's almost. That's the good thing about tortillas. They really don't take very long to stir up. So if you're needing a really fast meal for supper after work, this works out perfectly. Or you can make them the night ahead of time and put them in your lunch because they're really good for lunch. They don't need to be warmed up as long as you put vegetables in them. They really don't need to be warmed up for lunch. Here we go, and here is our ball of tortillas. And I'm going to take these and get ready to roll them out, and we'll get back to you shortly. Okay, we've had our dough setting for about 10 minutes. It seems to roll out better if you let your dough set 10-15 minutes or so. It's supposed to allow the water to absorb into the flour. And I really can't tell you an honest answer why it's better, but apparently it's supposed to be better to let it set. But anyway, we're now going to roll it out into a log shape. And then what I like to do is take that and just pinch off the little ends to make your balls. See, we got a little ball here. And this recipe depends on how big you want your tortillas to be. You can get anywhere from 8 to 12 tortillas out of this recipe. But you just take them all and form them into little balls. And then I got some white all-purpose flour in a pile over here, if you see it. But once we roll these into a ball, give them a little smush to flatten them, dip it in my flour here, take your rolling pin and just have at it. Just start rolling this out. Add flour whenever you need it to keep it from sticking. Like I said, you can have it as thick or thin as you want. Some people really like thick tortillas. Others prefer the thinner tortillas. I'm kind of in the middle. Mine's not thick, it's not thin. It's just tortillas to me. And you don't have to be perfect. If you're able to make a perfect circle, that's good. Unfortunately, I am not as good at making a circle. See, look at this guy. He's almost a circle. He's fairly close. Well, I am going to continue rolling out all of my dough here. And once I get done, we're going to start frying them. See you in a bit. Okay, guys, we got everything rolled out. This batch actually made 11 tortillas. I have my pan going here. It's nice and hot. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of some vegetable oil to my pan and put one on. You can already hear it sizzling. You can use any oil that you choose. You can put a little bit of butter. If you have a really good nonstick pan, you don't even have to put any kind of oils on your pan to cook them. They can just cook without anything. It gives them a little bit less calories if you make them without any kind of oils also. If you're counting your calories, you can save a little bit on that. But don't forget, you still need fats, even if you're counting your calories. They're very important. But these will take, I put it on the one side for usually about 30 seconds. Flip it over. Let it cook on that side for about 30. I keep flipping mine back and forth. Sometimes you can get these really pretty air bubbles in them. And it'll puff up and it'll make it even lighter. It's just like it's a air in between two layers. And it just is really good that way. You can even in the inside of your tortillas if you choose. Instead of, I put some yogurt in the inside of mine. But you could also use, I sometimes use coconut oil. You can melt some butter to go inside them. You can use vegetable oil, canola oil. There's so many different things you can put inside these. It just makes them really good. Okay, I got some more oil down. Drop my next tortilla on it. I like to put just a little bit more oil on the top, just for good measure. We're going to let that cook, and I'll show you the one that we just made. Is this one. See the nice brown spots on them? This is what you want them to look like. The brown just, it makes them done. They taste delicious. It's yummy. Well, I'm going to finish up here and get done cooking all these. Get ready to put some hummus. I'm getting hungry. These things are smelling good. Well, we'll see you next time.